All right, we are live.
Hello, welcome to the Punk Rock Libertarians podcast, episode 457. I'm glad to be back because I'm Otto and I'm back off vacation. So, Jared, welcome to the podcast. Tell everyone say hi.
Hello, everyone.
And we got the voluntarist,
Great to be
Bath,
here.
and special guest Nikki P, the post-corporate marketer. Sorry,
Marketeer.
he's
Dude,
the three
the-
marketeers.
The garden's popping off. That's all I care about today.
I know.
Our first Roma tomato of the year, man.
Really? What's the difference
Yeah.
between Bromo and the other stuff you've been growing? I don't know the difference.
Well, this is so we have super sweet 100 tomatoes that are coming in. We've got yellow pear tomatoes that are coming in. And
Jesus.
the Romas just started turning this week, and then we also have some beef steaks that haven't turned yet.
Beef
But-
steaks.
I've
Those
got
are
some tomatoes coming in too. My grape tomatoes are coming in. I think they're like beef steaks are
You
coming
guys.
in.
We've been getting like a half pound of beans a day though, and that's the thing I really like.
Damn. Like green beans or
Well, ours are purple for the variety we
Mm.
grow. They're called Lahilde, but they're essentially green beans. And when you can
Yeah.
them, they turn green. So
nice.
but they're bright fucking purple when you start.
Nice. Yeah, I've seen pictures of your garden. It's pretty massive.
I know. It's
I want to get I want to get more plots in. Right now I've just got a little mini plot.
How much
That's
weed are you
because-
guys growing? Oh wait, save that for after.
Hey, hey,
well, we can
nice
grow
try,
two
Fed.
plants. Yeah, we can grow 2 plants legally now in Maryland. So
Yeah.
in your
I don't-
face.
Two.
Oh no,
Now,
no.
is that per family
If
member?
it pleases
including the
it
kids?
pleases the crown that we grow two plants.
Can each of your kids grow two? So like, I mean,
Yeah.
if that was like 10 for the whole family, maybe.
Yeah, is that household or person?
I think it's household.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gotta
Well,
start spinning off little communes
well,
or something.
well, what exactly constitutes a plant? You know, if it all
Yeah,
shares
there's
the
really
same
no-
the same root structure,
I
like
Yeah.
guess there's real no. They don't have any. It's a government
if-
ordinance, so there's
what if
really
it's
nothing
all
the-
clear about it.
if it's all
Well,
the
they just
same
say this shit,
genetics,
and then it's up to you to guess on it, right?
So
It's
if I-
like it's like
if I-
driving while high. They have no reference point. They have no way of measuring it. But it's like if you drive while high, you're going to jail. It's
but
like,
oh my,
That's,
if all,
that's not going to stop them. In New Jersey, they found a wonderful workaround where they just what they did is they're like, hey, we can't tell who's high. Like, how do we know who to harass, right? Like,
Yeah.
And so they're like, okay, well, how about we'll make a new kind of cop with special training that can just look at you and know you're
Hmm.
high.
right.
And that's considered evidence. So like it's like a dog. It's like the dog triggered. So
Yeah.
it's all you need.
well, my
I mean, if you-
confusion
you
here.
see, you could. I mean, it's kind of legit when you think about it. You pull up. There's Grateful Dead stickers, right? There's you. I mean, I can tell who's high.
Yeah.
right?
I was
Like,
gonna say. I
you
mean,
know,
can you? How hard is it to tell if someone's high? Their eyes are red. They've got Cheeto crumbs, dust on their face. Like it's not that hard.
Well, the thing I'm stuck on
But
is
is
like,
there a
so-
level though? Like, are you
and
not
does
allowed
that
to
impair
even like
your
smoke-
driving?
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Like it's like you can technically drink like 4 beers before you're technically violating the law, right? But if can you have one joint? Can you have half a
But
joint?
if you just slam 4 beers, there's a good chance you'll be swerving on the road, and the cop will be able to tell you're impaired. If you just
Yeah.
if you're the problem for the cops is like, well, he just smoked a joint, but we don't. It's not affecting his driving in any way we can detect.
Yeah.
So how do we criminalize this activity? Like
I saw a billboard
all you
all
can't
for
even
it.
detect.
Maryland popping
All
up.
you can do is profile, right? All you can do is look for the guy with like you said, the Grateful Dead sticker, the the Prius with like Bernie Sanders sticker on it.
if I hear Mars Volta, like I know it's definitely that guy.
Yeah,
Mars Volta.
yeah. If there's like what is it like Stoner Rock or whatever, like Sleep or
Yeah.
something is playing. Like okay,
Like if you're listening to Acid Bath going down the street, we know you're up to something.
yeah,
I don't know. That's a Cleveland thing. Everybody here fucking loves acid bath. I've never quite understood it.
I told you. I think I told you this story before, but I was at a party once in high school. It was random people at my. It was actually at my house, and there's always people drinking, smoking, just chilling and stuff. And this one, and I walk in the kitchen. This one guy's like, points to me. He's like, he's into metal. And I'm like, yeah. And the guy's just like, oh, he's a stoner guy, long hair. And he's just like, hey, man. He's like, I drum for the band Acid Bath. And I'm like, what? I'm like, no, you don't. He's like, yeah, I do.
I mean, none of that surprises me, but
I was like, oh, shit. All right. Like, cool, man. And like, I had to like verify. I thought he was fucking with me. And I verified he was.
It's one of like the two big bands that everyone in fucking Cleveland loves.
Really?
And it's Acid Bath, and then the other one is like that. It's the not as good version of Corey Taylor's band, whatever the hell that is. Slipknot.
Oh.
The other shitty version.
Oh,
of that
Stone
band.
Sour.
Stone Sour.
Yeah.
No, not Stone Sour.
What other band?
I can't
Who?
remember their name. Like they're like to me they're just a knockoff of Slipknot. Even though I think they existed beforehand. They're the other guys in masks, whatever.
Mudvayne? I don't know.
There's a lot
Kiss?
of Mudvayne love. A lot of Mudvayne love here. No, this is actually gonna annoy the shit out of me.
You gotta look that up.
I have
man.
no idea what you're talking
Anyone in
about.
the anyone in the comments? Come on, guys. A whole lot of you
I have
listening.
no idea what you're talking about.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I mean,
All
James
right.
definitely has no idea. If it's not klezmer, he just doesn't know.
There's nothing wrong with klezmer.
I'm not shitting on klezmer. I'm just saying.
That's pretty fucking funny.
Oh man.
But
All right.
yeah, so speaking of music, we had this song take storm over the internet, social media. It hit like number one. He has the number one and number two downloaded songs on Apple iTunes. Whatever
Is that
music.
in like country category or
No, it's overall.
American iTunes chart,
American iTunes chart.
according to this Twitter.
is he the spark that's gonna like make everything blow up? Is this the rallying anthem that's gonna?
Is this Civil War 2?
Is this the
No.
kickoff?
Is this 1776 returns?
What do we got? How good is he?
So, well, all right. Well, why don't we let's play the song? Let's play the song
Will
because
we get a copyright violation?
Yeah, we're for sure gonna get a copyright.
No, we
But I don't
won't.
care.
Just play a little bit of it, just so people know what they're talking about. I'm sure everybody's seen it by now, or at least the
let me,
relevant memes.
James, you took a listen to it, right? When I shared it with you.
Yeah. I thought he's really sounded good. I think part of the appeal is like he's a great singer. Like
He's
and
got an excellent
and I
voice.
love the sound of his guitar too. Like he's got a really nice product.
Yeah, I don't know what kind of guitar is that.
Fuck. What is that called?
I don't know.
A
Like
dobro?
steel guitar, like steel guitar.
I think it's a dobro.
It's not steel guitar.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
I
just like the
think
sound of it. And it's got a great sound, and it's like recorded.
Yeah, it's called a
well.
dobro.
He
It's called a
sings really
dobro.
well.
So this is Oliver Anthony, his song "Rich Men North of Richmond," which I love the title.
I've been selling my soul, working all day, overtime hours for bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away, drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just wanna have total control. Wanna know what you think, wanna know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. 'Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. Cause the rich men, cause the rich men. I wish politicians would look out for minors, and not just minors on an island somewhere. Lord,
Love
we
that.
got folks
Love that.
in the street.
I didn't even get that at
nothing to
first.
eat, and they
I thought he was talking about like black people in New York or something.
No,
Like,
miners on
that
an
had-
island. Jesus Christ.
I was like,
Just
damn,
making
this is
all
kind of
these
racist,
assumptions.
dude. This is kind of racist.
obese, milking welfare. God, if you're 5'3" and you're 300 pounds, taxes ought not to pay for your bags of fudge rounds. Young men are putting themselves 6 feet in the ground. Cause all this damn country does is keep on kicking them down. Lord, it's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up
Got some good
and it
poggos.
not be true,
Yeah.
but it is. Oh, it is living in the new world with an whole soul. These rich men north of Richmond, Lord knows they all just want to have total control. Want to know what you think, want to know what you do, and they don't think you know, but I know that you do. Cause your dollar ain't shit, and it's taxed to no end. Cause the rich men north of Richmond.
That's good. So yeah, that's the song. And if it just give me a moment to kind of give you my little description here of this, I
Yeah.
think this is clearly like you feel the soul in it. Like it feels so real. Unlike
Yeah, I think
the
it's
other
amazing.
bullshit.
Yeah,
other
especially
than
especially for a ginger. You know, like he's really done a good job.
Easy.
And I was gonna say you're
They're a
stepping on-
protected class on this
Yeah.
show.
Yes. So I mean, like he just first of all, yeah, you wouldn't expect that voice coming from him, but like it really hit home. Like it's a really deep song in a sense, and it just taps into this thing everyone feels, but for whatever fucking reason, no one really wants to do anything about
So everyone
it.
wants to know, is this guy based or not? Like,
I think
has
I
anybody
think the
asked him,
song
like,
is
dude, are
based.
you based?
I think.
like,
I mean, it does
could
sound
be.
like in one part of the song that he's asking for the welfare to come his
See,
way.
that's your assumption. That's your assumption.
That doesn't.
Like,
That's not what he's at.
That's the
He's
lot.
just-
That's everyone's like.
Well, he's like, you're helping out minors, or
no, he's
you know,
saying like
but
you're helping out people.
Like, why aren't you helping out the minors? Instead, you're helping out.
look out. He
people
wants them. He
to
wants
fuck
politicians to look out for minors.
Yeah, watch
Right.
out. You know, why aren't you watching out for our jobs and our interests? Instead, you're watching little kids on an island. You know, it
I
taps
think that's
into the
reasonable. Critique, right? You know.
yeah, and it's not. I know because there's a lot of libertarian autism going on right now, where people just
But
like
then if you're,
this
I'm
guy's
sure the
not
one
based.
that everybody hates is the one about being 5'3" and 300 pounds.
yeah, that accurately describes a lot of us.
Taxes ought not to pay for your bag of fudge rounds. You know, I mean,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
and
that was
it's
my
tapped-
libertarian autism critique.
Well,
but
that's
other
what
than that,
everyone. Yeah,
I liked it.
and I'm like that. Okay, well, you need to like stop being because then other people are like, and then oh Jesus Christ, then there's other people who are like, you mean people, rich men in Washington? Like, okay, that's
But they
the
are
point.
north of Richmond.
Yes, that's the point. But they're like, there's good people in Fredericksburg, don't you know? Like, oh Jesus Christ, like shut the fuck up, you autist. Like, stop it.
It
Stop
doesn't.
well,
Calm
has
down.
anybody heard like the rest of his album or like?
No, I honestly have not checked out any of his songs, but apparently, so he did a show like a few days after this blew up. Has over 10 million views on YouTube. It blew up so much that literally, like I said, over like 5,000 people showed up to this random fair where he was playing at in North Carolina. Where he said he was like, I played here back in June for 20 people, and he said now there's like a whole group of like 5,000 people were there to see him play. Yeah. and
Another
I'm
thing
like,
I would say, it's not a critique of the song, but it kind of is the fact that he lives in West Virginia, right?
North
And he's
Carolina.
kind of living.
I don't know.
What?
I don't know.
thought
If
he,
it's
no, he's West
I don't know.
Virginia. Oh no, he's
But he's-
Virginia. He's Virginia, but like West Virginia, like the song.
Gotcha.
No, but
He's
a
no
lot of these
Mushroom
people
Head,
that
that's all I
that
know.
oh, it's Mushroom Head.
No, he's no Mushroom Head,
Oh,
which is a callback to that other shitty band from Cleveland.
yeah. Hold on, I lost my train of thought. Okay, so there's people that are like idealize this, like I'm gonna go out to West Virginia, I'm gonna buy a tract of land, I'm gonna be a homesteader. But meanwhile, like this guy's out there and he's like, yeah, we're still getting fucked. You know what I mean? Like you're not gonna escape the fuckery of the federal government or the state or any government.
Well,
for that
especially when
matter.
so many of those industries are based around coal mining, and now coal mining is evil, and
Right.
you're like everything.
yeah.
Everything they're doing in Washington is to shut you down.
Yeah, I
So
mean,
the
if you
point
got
of this
independently
song-
wealthy or you saved up enough of a nut to like start your homestead, but like if you were born and raised out there, it's not as simple as that.
Well, if you want to put up, this is what Clint had a good post about this. So if you went on the link, Clint Russell, and read what he said, it's a little long, but we can get into it. If you want to put it up there, I can get it started.
If you want to read it,
yeah, he's
I'll
like, so he said, aside from being one of the most heartfelt songs ever written, to me, it speaks to the part of America that feels forgotten, the blue-collar labor that gets demonized despite only wanting to be left alone, the kind that only ever wanted to focus on family and God, the kind that gets no Holly representation as it doesn't check a DEI box, the kind that news anchors derisively describe as flyover country, the kind that understands how broken and corrupt the system is, so much so that most voted for Trump just because they wanted to say fuck you to all of it. It isn't polished. It isn't focus grouped. It isn't overtly political. I think it's overtly political. It is American. It speaks to the soul of this country, a soul that most DC elites had thought and hoped and had been extinguished. Oliver Anthony, what is that word?
Breathe. I think he was trying to.
Breathe. I was like, breathe life back into it. I was like, am I
breathe?
Am I stupid? I don't know that word. Yeah, he's really brigaded. Yeah, life back into it.
Listen, you know what? Don't underestimate, what a song can do to sort of change the course of history. I mean, this could become sort of a rallying moment. But
I mean, is it just going to rally people to vote for Trump again? Or is it going to rally people to actually do?
Listen, I'm sure the politicians are already trying to line up behind him and get in on his parade, right?
Right.
Like,
I'm sure people. And you know what?
He'll salivating over that.
And you know what?
They're going to use his song as their like fucking campaign theme. Like when they go up on stage, it's going to be this song playing in the background.
That just shows how important the song is, though. Of course, they're going to be drawn to it, but the sentiment is real, and the response means that this is resonating with people. And I think that's probably the most interesting thing. It's like, what happens to these people next? Are they just be like, "Yep, that country guy gets it," and then they just go back in their truck and drive off? I mean. Or does it take them to the next level where they're, maybe the next song? I mean, this is very understated, right? He doesn't name names. He's barely even, like he leaves you to believe, like you have to, who he's talking about, but he doesn't say it. Just, he doesn't even say Washington. He says north of Richmond. He doesn't say Epstein's Island. He says some island somewhere, like all of these things are obvious, but he's still, he's not naming names. It's understated. Maybe he'll go more radical next time.
Yeah, and I don't think he's some hero. I don't think he's going to be some guy that who knows. He might just sell out and he'll go and back like Mitt Romney or some shit. Like who knows? Like I don't know anything about this guy. It's not him. It's like I'm worshiping or I think he's some base guy or some guy I want to join the LP or want to have him. Like
maybe he can be your new presidential nom, dude.
Right. It's like,
I think he's a great singer.
Yeah, I think he's a good singer. He had a great song, and it tapped into emotions that we're all feeling, and like all of us, me especially. Like I mean, this song hit home for me. It's real hard. I think
there's a sincerity present in his delivery that like makes you think like, okay, maybe he is based. Like not just singing a song that he thought would go over good at the fair.
Right. So I don't know. Nick,
well, somebody find out if he's based. Come on. Like, let's find out.
Well, I mean, what does based mean though? Like,
is there like a base meter?
I mean,
like,
there's nothing he said that like.
So like Scientology, where they have that like meter thing, and they just like hook up to it.
Nothing he said doesn't appeal to like the standard Republican, and they all think they're doing something about that.
Right, and it also kind of appeals to that. Oh, those rich people. Right, like not even necessarily like the politicians, but just rich people in general. I'm sure.
My first thought was like the people that are getting wealthy off of like military contracting work and shit like that.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the whole culture up there, which is a nice broad stroke that he paints. But
well, that's why it's so specific. The Men North of Richmond, because if you know anything about Virginia, it's the 5 richest counties in the country.
He's not saying he's not saying the rich people in suburban Connecticut. Like
like
it's good. It's good stuff.
Yeah, and I just drove through. Like it's funny because we were listening to this song on coming back. I was on vacation in Savannah, Georgia, this past week, and we were driving back through this when we were listening to it, and it's just you definitely hit Richmond, and it's just like everything on there. They're all government employees. Once you do get past there, so it hits home.
Contractors,
Yeah.
Dude,
Exactly.
I got to tell you. Let me tell you a quick story. There's this company called Amperus. It's this battery technology company that I found out, discovered a few, I don't know, maybe 6 months ago. They've got some like really like great performing battery technology. It's already being used in aircraft. It could transform like EVs. It's like a dramatically better weight to power ratio. Like this company seems really cool. So I bought some of their stock, right? Just as a just in case it does pan out. It'd be great to have a little bit of this. Seems fun. So today I'm watching a podcast where they're like interviewing the CEO or one of their officers or something. And they're talking about the technology, but then they're talking about their client, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this has been a really big help with our military contracts. They're putting them in drones," and they're like, "Oh yeah, we got a big business for this over in Eastern Europe." And he's like grinning. Turns out these batteries are allowing drones that used to fly for 20 minutes to now fly for 40 minutes.
Jeez.
Oh, great.
Like, yeah, I'm like,
Did
oh,
you
great,
dump your stock?
That's what I invested in. Like, oh shit, like. God.
Yeah.
So and since I bought it, the stock is down. So now I'm gonna sell it at a loss. But I'm like,
right.
Can't I just have some cool battery technology without like committing war crimes? I mean,
No, we talked about this, Bab. All the stuff that makes money is the government. That's what I said. If all the libertarians voted to be stuff that knows will make money, we'd just be voting against ourselves for $1 every time. There's the part of me. It's like, let's just. I said it to you at MPLF. Let's just all of us invest in Raytheon, everything, the whole 9 yards, and just see if we can push it all the way over the edge. And then once it's destroyed, we can like get back to it.
I don't think
destroy everything.
Yeah, you mean like, and then like get access to their board meetings somehow? Like,
yeah, whatever.
Good luck with that.
Who knows? I mean, it's got to be more useful than the Libertarian Party, anyways.
Did you guys see this? So apparently, the employee manual for the IRS says that the IRS will resume tax collection within 30 days of a nuclear attack.
Okay.
Tax collection efforts will be focused on areas that produce the most taxes.
Well, this is wonderful. This means that we get a 30-day break if there's a nuke.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Yeah, like suddenly I'm not
tax holiday.
Yeah, suddenly, you know what? Yeah, go ahead and keep provoking Putin. Yeah, at least we can get a tax break out of this deal.
Good Lord.
Oh man. Yeah, someone showed me that earlier
Did
today.
you guys see the video of the woman from the plane?
Yeah. Yeah, that was one of the next topics we had for was the crazy plane lady responded.
Is she real? Is it really
Yeah.
her?
Oh, she is real. Can we play that video?
She looked like different, like hotter.
Well, it's because she was wearing makeup. She was wearing heavy makeup
fair.
in the video. Where
She
she
looked
wasn't.
like she
I was
lost
like,
like 30 pounds too.
well, she probably
Her face is
had an
way more
episode.
slender.
Why is a
Yeah,
filter
but
on?
she probably had.
Are we
went
gonna
through
listen
a
to this
lot,
whole
dude.
thing?
I didn't listen to the whole thing.
She doesn't really like say anything.
No,
a
she
little
doesn't
bit of
say
it.
anything.
She just apologized. Oh, all right,
Michael
but she just
Malice
like
has a funny
Hi,
response to
everyone.
it.
It's me, Tiffany Gomez, probably better known as the Crazy Plane Lady, which is completely warranted. As you know,
I like her plain makeup.
have been
job.
unwilling to speak on the viral video, but I do finally
Those
feel that
motherfucking
it's
eyebrows
time.
aren't real.
First and foremost, I want to
that motherfucking
take
skin
full
color. ain't real.
accountability for my actions.
bronzer
They
ain't
were
real.
completely unacceptable. Distressed or not, I should have been in control of my
She's been
emotions,
compromised.
and that was not the case. My
Lobotomized.
use of profanity
MK Ultra,
was
dude.
completely
They had some injections ready for her.
unnecessary.
It's almost like she said the N-word on the plane. That's what this sounds like. Like
Well,
that
it's
Burger
crazy.
King hat guy.
So, James, is this about the exact amount of time that one security guard that was at the Las Vegas shooting disappeared for and then came back?
I don't know that story.
Well, yeah, there's a security guard who like said he saw everything, knew everything. He disappeared for a month.
Right.
and then he came back and then recanted everything that he'd said prior to leaving for a month.
Hmm.
And it feels like it's been about that amount of time. Hey, like they sent him off to the re-education camp, maybe.
Wouldn't it be funny if, like, let's just say that the CIA was testing some kind of like humanoid robot technology, and they were like, well, how do we ship it? Just put it in a plane seat, like,
Yeah.
like it was.
It's
I mean,
possible.
we don't know what actually happened, right? I mean, lizard people, that's the
lizard people
assumption.
got to her.
But
Thanks, Mima.
I think
Maybe
a lot
she
of
was the
people,
one that's not real.
Oh, here we go. Lou, me
It's
and
like
Lou
a
are
Twilight Zone episode.
still would.
Still
Yep.
would.
I mean, obviously.
you could probably wash those eyebrows off.
I mean, that's okay. As long as there's eyebrows underneath of them.
Yeah,
Even
I'd
then,
rather
whatever.
smashed her the other way personally, but it's okay.
same.
Mm.
You
She
say
looks-
would not have or
No,
would?
would.
Yeah.
She looks short. She looks
But we don't-
shorter,
This
thicker.
is we're pro women around here. We don't objectify.
Yeah, we love people with bonus holes.
Yeah, we are.
The front hole people.
Definitely pro bonus hole around here.
Looks like a deep fake anyway, says the Mises Caucus. Who's tweeting this?
I know who's tweeting that. That's funny.
I mean, it could
But,
could be AI.
Michael Malice had the best response to the original post. I wish I could find it. He fucking said something like, he was just like, so is it motherfucker real or not?
Yeah, we never got the answer.
Never answered.
We don't know who it is. We don't know who that guy is.
No.
Like nobody sitting nearby on the plane was like, let me see who she's talking about.
Yeah, this is all
Let's-
kind of a little weird, but life's weird. Not everything's a conspiracy, but life's fucking
No.
weird.
But as we go through life lately, we're seeing like certain obvious questions that just aren't being answered, right?
Mm.
Like you can't ask like, where did the Wuhan virus start? Like,
No.
was that
Yeah.
like, or who blew up Nord Stream pipeline, right? Or
Andrew's into fupa.
or whose
Front
cocaine
butt,
is
that's
that
right.
at the White House?
Why
right?
is
Like-
my plant food bad for the environment?
You can't ask these questions, and I think with like, yeah, is that guy real? Well, notice that no one's asking that question. That tells you something about they don't want the answer.
I think
Well,
next
little-
time I fly, I'm gonna wear a shirt that just says "I am real."
Well, and the worst part is that she was actually looking at her phone and watching videos of Biden when she said that, and everybody thought it was the guy in the plane. Really, it was
Yeah.
just her. Oh, that guy's not real, and just she's holding out her hand, but really it's her
Yeah,
phone.
she was looking at CGI Joe.
I understand there was some kind of conversation in the airport where she was pleading with them to not let that plane take off.
Yeah, I did see that additional video. She was like, "Don't."
Yeah,
let
and
that
Carrot
thing come
Top
up.
was pissed.
What
Look,
the
that's
fuck?
the important part.
Jared, why are you lying to Alex?
Carrot Top
Huh?
spent 2 weeks
Why are you lying to
bitching
Alex?
about it.
What am I lying to Alex about? What?
You said we'll cancel this week.
Oh, I asked if we were gonna cancel because I didn't realize we had more people
It was
coming.
at
on.
8:03.
I didn't say. Oh, did it just?
It just came to me. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I sent
Oh,
that.
all right. I was like, why are you lying to
7:30.
Alex, bro? All right. Well, my bad. Sorry.
I recently survived 2 international border crossings. They let
Oh.
me into Canada, and they did not subject me to gender reassignment surgery or mandatory euthanasia or anything like that. I made it through to Maine, and the U.S. let me back in as well. So
Nice.
Thank goodness. And Maine didn't do anything to ruin you either, right? You made your way
well, that
through?
guy, the guy coming in through Maine, he had truck envy. And he was like checking out the cover on the bed of my truck and stuff. And I was like trying to treat him kind of like a human being, to the extent that just so I'm not like noticeably rude, but he acted like a human. He simulated human behavior well.
He was real.
Andrew just said, if I ever go viral, I'm starting an OnlyFans next day. I will subscribe to that, Andrew.
Butthole power.
Yeah, she should be doing like the podcast rounds,
She should be.
but obviously the feds got to her.
Yeah. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna head off right now.
Hit the old dusty trail, as they say.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Getting your butthole
Don't-
waxed.
Don't ever volunteer for any position in the Libertarian Party.
Wait,
Oh,
wait.
yeah.
Just
Is it
be a
still
member.
thing?
Just
It's
be a
still a
member.
thing?
Just be a member and don't do anything. That's all.
Wait, so you have? Are you going to like log into a Zoom meeting or something with
I
with
gotta
the
log into a
LP?
Zoom meeting.
Dude, just put that
Yeah.
on the side and just kind of like, I mean,
Yeah.
they're going to spend
Share your
20
screen.
minutes. They're going to
We can
spend
live
20
comment.
minutes.
Sh-
Yeah, they can
share
they're
your
gonna spend
screen here,
20 minutes
Otto.
just checking credentials or doing roll calls or, you know.
Yeah, share your screen, turn on like all I'm sure they have auto captioning now, right? With Zoom. Like turn that on
Auto
so we can just
captioning?
auto captioning.
Tell the meeting secretary that you just put you down for a no vote on anything that comes up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're the
well,
Ron Paul
I
of the
wish I
LP.
could, but it's a little late for that. But I'm sorry, guys. Let me get to you next week. We're gonna have those. So Alex might be hopping on. So
Get
that's
Alex
good.
in here. Yeah, where is Alex?
He's on vacation too, man. I was on vacation. Now he's on vacation. So anyway, love you guys in that way.
Vote no.
Love you too, brother.
Vote
See
no.
ya.
Look, now he's
Unless
gone. He realize there's not going to be any LP next week. This thing's
We
going to
should have
kill
told him.
itself.
We should have reminded him to try to sell the headquarters. You know, like just bring that up every meeting. You know, like motion to sell the headquarters. All in favor? You know?
See, they're just trying to do too much, man. All you need to do is just be based on the Twitter account. That's the whole point of the party. If you're not doing that, then like what's the point? I don't get it.
I know it used to be you'd have to publish newsletters and run candidates and
I mean, as much as I wanted to like take credit for being the oracle who called it, it just always seemed obvious and evident that this was the only thing that was going to happen. It was
Base
going to tear
tweets
itself
were-
apart.
what do you mean?
Too many people hate Michael Heiss, if nothing else.
Oh, the LP's always been on the verge of tearing itself apart. That is as old as the party.
Well, I guess if they always taken legal action to do it, though, like,
Oh, you don't remember you never
don't,
heard the Jacob Hornberger versus Harry Brown sagas.
I've heard stories about it.
I mean, let's just say there's always, you know, in any organization like that, especially when there's so much power to be had, everyone just, ooh, they want that power. They go, ooh, give me that.
There's power.
That seems exhausting.
Well, a lot of it's a lot of people get into it for the women, you know.
Look, homestead women cook good. That's the important thing. That's how I find where I go.
Yeah. Now, getting into the LP for women or power, it's like playing jazz for money. You know, like, you know, good luck.
I mean, if you want real good looking women, you go Green Party.
Yeah,
if you're into like
they don't
hippie
shave their
stoners,
legs and
yeah,
and they smell like
patchouli.
patchouli.
Who doesn't like patchouli?
That was
Hey, if you-
designed to put on corpses in the Dark Ages. Okay, like
Yeah.
pass.
Like, I need something that can overcome my own natural musk. It's the important thing.
Yeah, or right. If it can handle rotting corpses, imagine what it could do for your Grateful Dead show. You know, like
I always every time I think of the Grateful Dead, it's like what's funny is that like my kid's godfather is one of the biggest Grateful Dead fans I know. He's literally in a Grateful Dead tribute. But the thing that's always fascinated me about him is that like all of the stories that he tells of following the Dead back in the 90s also center on, he's like, yeah, I used to pick people up at like shows to follow, you know, just drive with me to the next show. They'd all get real weird about me blasting no effects from show to show though. Like he's just that guy that likes everything. It's like, yeah, I love my punk rock and I love my fucking weird hippie music. Not everybody's like that, apparently. Yeah,
I like a little bit of Grateful Dead, but
I mean, they've got their hits, and it's good stuff. But like
Sugar Magnolias.
I'm
a stickler for intonation. I'm a stickler for intonation, and when I hear a singer, I prefer that they were in tune. It's just a little thing with me. I'm like, hey, knock yourself out. If you like that stuff, more power to you. But for me, I like it to be in tune.
I mean, James looks like he's hung out on Shakedown Street once or twice. You know, I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been amazing to be at a Dead show back in the day in their heyday.
Terrapin Station. That's the one I like.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the one where it has like the really cool harmonies and shit. It's like mostly a cappella.
Well, it's like
but-
they
Terrapin
all have
Station
their
has like
eras.
orchestrations and stuff.
Like Fish was really good when they started out too, when they were doing all like the weird.
Yeah, I just hate his voice. It like annoys
Trey?
the shit out of me. Yeah,
You know which songs he sings on? Because like they have other people that sing in the band.
I mean, I hate all their like. I just hate all their. I hate their melodies and shit, like their vocal melodies and shit. I don't know.
Like Lawn
Like
Boy
I'm like
songs
always
are my
like, you know what?
favorite.
Because I've got a friend that's like a huge Fish head, like or Fish
Yeah.
fan, whatever the fuck they call them. And he'll like, I mean, he doesn't like travel around with them because he's got a kid and shit, but he's been to like 50 shows or whatever.
Mhm.
But I was like, you know what? Maybe I need to give him another chance because the first time I saw them, it was like a miserable. It was at Bonnaroo, and it was like a miserable show. It was like rainy. Like I had like no view. I was
So
like I had
you
to
were at
piss the whole
Bonnaroo.
time.
That's what that means, isn't it? Always a rainy mess at fucking Bonnaroo.
Yeah. Well, I think last
I
year
can't think
it
of one
was,
that's
but
happened since I've been an adult and like knew what Bonnaroo was that wasn't like that. They're all ridiculous.
There's been a few that were not, but I went to 6 of them. But anyways,
Why
it
did
was
you,
it was just a miserable time at that particular.
was it Mo?
Fish
Is
show.
that who drew you to Bonnaroo?
No, I mean there were who played like the Beast. It was like one of the Beastie Boys' last show before their Adam died and they
So
split
after
up.
they sucked already.
I mean, yeah, but I mean they were playing like old shit.
I mean, you weren't even alive when they were a good band. I don't think. Like,
were you alive?
1990, 91, maybe.
How old do you think I am, dude?
I don't know. You're probably around my age.
Yeah, I'm 35.
Yeah, you're a little younger than me.
Okay.
So
I mean, I'm
what
pretty
year
sure I
was
was
No, they-
alive for the entire
Wait, so what year was
Beastie
that?
Boys.
Do the math for me. What year were you born in?
88.
88. Okay. I
So you were
graduated from
around-
high school in 86.
Nice.
And my parents were 82. But yeah, no,
Yeah.
I give the Beastie
My
Boys
point
around
being,
91.
I had a miserable time at their show just because I was tired and it was wet and rainy. So it's like, all right, let me give them another chance. Like this was like 10 years later, and I was like, no, still not into it. Still hate it.
I went to a Jerry Garcia concert that was pretty good, and I just because we had some like parking lot acid. But
Oh hell yeah!
I remember the concert. I thought like Jerry Garcia band was good because he could hire pro musicians, right? Like he could hire actually like cats that could play with him. Whereas like with Grateful Dead, you're kind of stuck with what you get,
I mean, they're all pretty damn talented musicians. Like, you just have to really be into that thing. This is why I always get into arguments with my jam band buddy about. It's like jam bands have a sound. Like there's a jam band sound. You can pretend there is,
and that sound can be in tune, or that sound could be not. In
I mean, there's some like jam bands that are really cool. Like
I know what you're gonna say, and I'm gonna be like,
what? Humphreys McGee.
Exactly. Everyone goes to Humphreys McGee. Oh, they do Metallica covers in there, and it's
Well,
like,
no, I mean they're original. There's one album they have that's like all original music, and it's really cool. They're actually in tune. Like they actually have like good song. They actually have song structure. It's not just meandering shit. But yeah, when you see them live, they're jamming for like 4 hours straight.
I mean, would you call Santana a jam band?
Yeah, I mean he started the
yeah.
whole thing. Like his early jams were pretty epic.
But it's not the jam. It's like Latin music. It's not like the jam band.
I mean, it's
like,
got epic.
sound.
It's got epic arrangements, but they're also like just do extended solos and
Well, there's jamming. I mean, jazz. Jazz is like mostly jamming, right? I mean,
Yeah.
You'll have like a standard, and then you improvise for like
Yeah, but
50 minutes
if you ever
on it.
watched it, see that's the thing. The jazz band versus the jam band. It's something different to watch a bunch of highly skilled jazz musicians in a jam band play.
Well, right, like the jam band has 2 chords, right? The jazz guys
have like
will at least
100
have
chords.
They're gonna vamp over a
or
progression.
7. Yeah, like you have to know the changes,
Yeah.
Oh, I could just shit on jam bands all day. I love it. Well, then
Yeah.
what about bands that became jam bands? Because Primus wasn't a jam band back in the day, and then they became a jam band.
Primus rules though.
I mean, maybe we just have to reevaluate the
Saw
term
them
jam band and say, like, look, any good band is going to have some jams. You know what I mean? There's
Yeah.
going to be solos. There's going to be vamps. There's going to be
Oh,
like,
dude,
I think it's when your
rock
whole
out,
thing. I
you
think
know?
it's when your whole thing is jamming. Like when that's just all that you have is like.
where there's no like verses or chorus.
There's not
or
really any good
bridge or
song structure.
It
Yeah,
just goes
exactly.
Yeah.
Go listen to the 20-minute version of Cortez the Killer by Built to Spill. That's a fucking jam. But they're not like a jam band. It
Right.
just happens to be a 20-minute version of a song with like
Yeah,
a very
there's-
long
Jamming does
arrangement.
not make one a jam band.
But I
Well-
think it also works in a style like in say like a festival vibe where the idea is just keep the crowd dancing, just keep that just you don't stop the rhythm. You don't like there's no tough breaks or you know what I mean. Like it's just everybody's just just
So
keep
I'm gonna
going,
blow both of your minds in that. So I was watching an interview the other day. It was this country musician was talking to Rivers Cuomo about the outro to Only in Dreams, which is in my mind the greatest song ever penned. But he in the interview during the course of it, Rivers lets out this gem that like one of his biggest influences at that point in their career, which is early in their career, like Blue Album, first album, was Fish. And that like he always kind of wanted to be in a jam band, but like they never got the sound right to do that, so they just did what they did.
What?
And you're like,
Weezer could have been a jam band.
You were trying to be Fish and came out with Weezer.
That's wild.
Yeah, I now need to really rethink like how much of a songwriter I really think you are. It was
That's
super
funny.
weird.
He's a weird guy though.
I've
He might just be saying weird shit.
It could be. Still an amazing song though. Only in Dreams is what a jam.
Which album is that off of?
It's the Blue album.
Okay, yeah.
Which is their second best album, but
I like the Blue album a lot. And
I
the
think
Green album.
Pinkerton's a better album.
Pinkerton.
But Only in Dreams is just
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how that goes in my head.
It opens up with a bass, just dong 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 dong.
Yeah.
Just that's 90% of the song, just that one riff. But
Hey,
like
I'm
the
posting
dynamics
a
are
link.
amazing.
I'm posting a link to a video I haven't watched. So it's risky to play it, but it's Chuck Schumer honoring rap, which I thought was pretty
Wow.
concept. Yeah.
Was it you guys who posted the video of Vivek rapping the other day?
No, but this is Chuck Schumer honors hip hop history. And I just, I just feel like he deserves some attention for this.
Dude, this is like Pelosi wearing like the African garb.
I'm just curious. I haven't
Like
actually
kneeling.
seen this.
Senator Chuck Schumer joining the Rock the Bells in its continued celebration of hip hop. As we all know, hip hop is an original American creation. It was born in my beloved city in New York City, in rec rooms, street corners, and in the parks.
Who's he going to
From
name?
Clive
Bob?
Campbell in the Bronx, aka DJ Kool Herc, the father of hip hop, to the countless artists today.
You can see his eyes
America's
going back
story
and
can't be
forth
told
I know.
without hip hop.
on the screen.
When I worked with
"Who are
representatives
these
from
Looks like
people?"
it also looks like his left eye is trying to like run away from him.
Al Bowman to pass a
That's probably just
resolution
the last
designated
booster.
November as Hip Hop History Month and August 11th as Hip Hop Celebration Day. It was part of a very important effort to preserve and protect this great American legacy. It's so important to celebrate and remember the ways hip hop has contributed
our
to
new crime
American
bill.
art, culture, and told so many people's stories in the fight against injustice and inspired so
Like
many.
the injustice that we
So
inflict
today,
on you
I
guys
say
daily.
thank you to all of our artists and
I say for my plantation looking house here.
storytellers.
Those of you
and
that we
social
haven't put in
champions
jail
who made
yet,
hip-hop
congratulations.
the great thing that it is today.
I do have some questions. Like,
For shizzle.
why is Jay-Z not a senator or something yet? Like,
Yes,
is he going to
yes.
take over after Pelosi or one of them? Like, is he going to be the next
Jay-Z.
generation? Yeah.
Well,
Why would he, though?
Who was the last pop star to become a senator was Sonny Bono, and look what they did to him.
He had a trans kid.
No, they killed him. They
What?
killed him on with a
What?
ski accident.
Well, yeah, no, Chaz Bono.
His
I don't know
son's
about
trans.
Chaz Bono.
What's up? Chaz Bono is, I believe, his son, or it's his son now. I believe it used to be his daughter.
Well, he didn't really. Whatever. There was obviously a missing male figure in that family, and that's because he skied into a tree.
Yeah. He skied into. Remember, he skied into a
At
tree,
least
and
that's
then
the official narrative. That's the
and then I think it
official
was-
narrative.
it was like the same week Michael Kennedy or one of the Kennedys skied into a tree. I remember that from my childhood for some reason.
Maybe that's how they take you out. Like, remember, I've seen like
Yeah.
some certain. Remember, like those like James Bond ski chase scenes. It was probably one of those things. You know, where,
Is
like
there a pool on how RFK is going to get taken out?
I think it's just the
he's
media
going to
just
be
gonna do
ignored
their
to
job.
death.
Yeah.
He's going to be ignored to death.
There's no
I don't
like why introduce that risk when you can just when you have control of the media, you can just ignore him.
Exactly.
need
They didn't
to-
have that in the 60s, so that's when they had
Yeah,
to like actually
60s
shoot
there was
you.
yeah.
Now they could just plant some child porn on his computer and like just end it.
It always seems weird to me how many people out there are with child porn on their computers. And you're like, I feel like I don't know that many child molesters, but like
I mean,
have
hopefully he
to.
has a child porn free zone set up though.
Did you
It
know
turns out
there's,
he doesn't own computers.
Isn't there supposedly child porn JPEGs that's been like become part of the Bitcoin blockchain? You ever heard
Probably.
this story? Yeah, like
I mean, you could add one right
ordinals.
now if you wanted to.
Yeah, but so technically, like no one's ever been prosecuted for this, and good luck if they ever tried. But I think somebody's idea was, hey, we could make it a crime for anybody that has the blockchain on their computer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm not sure how large of a file size you can put on the Bitcoin blockchain. I mean, with Ethereum, you could mint
was
a
gonna
fucking
say-
child porn token.
I
or
thought
a
it was
child
actually a
You
problem.
could put an
with
actual
NFT.
Ethereum, not
child
Bitcoin.
on Ethereum.
Yeah, you could just
Lock
his
it
whole
down with a
genome on there.
smart contract that the kid has to fulfill its whole life.
So
somehow.
let's get a
the
question.
Rothbardian wet dream.
Which crypto do we think all of the child trafficking happens on?
The
USD.
USDC.
Federal
Oh,
Reserve
shit.
note.
Coming
Did-
live from the DR with a
There
pineapple.
he is.
Oh my god,
All
it's the worst
right.
audio.
Hola, amigos.
Sounds like he's in space.
Hola, comrade.
Your audio
What's up,
is
dude?
terrible.
It sounds like you're in the ISS.
Bad audio is a hate crime.
The
Oh,
beverage
man.
looks nice though. It's very pineapple.
Yeah, man. Hopefully they haven't.
Where are you? Hello. Where are you guys?
Sierra.
Dominican Republic.
Have they
You gonna
destroyed
jump
your island yet? Have they zapped your island with the laser yet?
Not yet. No direct energy weapons here.
That's
So, yeah, all is well.
good.
Yeah, what's
Are you
up,
gonna
Vicky?
do like can you do a side trip over to Haiti and see what's going on in the slums over there? That'd be pretty cool.
I'm sure we could at some point. We went on a trip today. Nearby village. There was some Catholic church that goes back to like 1500s. It was kind of cool. And some Higüey. Yeah, and then we went to get some cigars. Went to a cigar factory. Got some rum. That was cool.
Oh yeah.
Just went back to.
Did you get rum cigars while you're at it?
Ooh.
No, but I'm gonna keep my eye out. I got a lot of cigars I'm gonna bring back. So watch out. Does it sound all right? My phone, I had a scare earlier yesterday. I forgot my phone in my pocket and I hopped in the pool and I was like, oh fuck. And
Shit.
luckily I caught it right away, like within 5 seconds, but my screen was not working for a couple hours, and but it's working now. So, but yeah, good times down here, good food. So
don't they have a big mountain, Dominican Republic? Like it's got like a snow-covered peak, even I think.
Isn't
yeah.
that? Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
No, the guy on our tour was talking about it, and we could see it off in the distance. But yeah, he was kind of hard to understand. But he did mention that they do get snow. And there's a snow-covered mountain, but
yeah, you can climb that thing. It's like you could be like snow and then like go down to but you're in the Caribbean and like go down. You know, like
Wow.
I'm gonna someday. I hope to check that out.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I recommend it. So far, so good. Definitely language. I mean, obviously, Spanish-speaking country, so a little bit of a.
How's your Espanol?
It's terrible. I mean, I took German in high school. Why? I don't know.
Just in case the Nazis, came back.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, but you know what? Yeah, it turns out Nazis speak Ukrainian. You know,
Yeah, you should have been learning that, dude.
Yeah.
Who the fuck
Or
is
like
that?
whatever the NWO language is, Esperanto or something.
It's Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese, right? Oh man.
Not to be confused with Taiwanese.
But
I'm
yeah,
loving this painting behind you.
yeah, it's pretty boogaloo.
It's also like in certain angles makes it look like you got some nasty dreads.
Oh, right. Yeah, it was either here or out on the porch, but I don't think the neighbors want to hear me. So.
I guess I'm not giving my neighbors a choice.
Very
James
true.
hasn't learned his lesson with neighbors yet. Oh man. So yeah, here's the meme that Otto shared about the Hawaiian stuff. So it's apparently they had a Mountain Dew called Maui Burst. Looks kind of old, but and at the top it says Mountain Dew Maui Burst. DEW equals directed energy weapon. Coincidence or predictive programming?
I think it's predictive programming.
Who knows, man?
It's all predictive.
All I know is they're definitely trying to capitalize on this for their global warming, climate change shit.
Hey, I've got a fun video here that maybe we can get Alex to comment on while we have him. It's I don't really know how to set it up, but I think you'll find it hilarious.
Okay. Uh-oh, did we lose him?
Uh-oh.
Damn. There he is. He's back.
That's a hole.
That's
It's
a
gonna
hole.
come out of that hole.
All right, so we've got a slide. Coming down there.
Why was it so?
Wait, is that his magazine right there?
Yes.
What the fuck, dude? What the fuck?
That is absolutely a spare mag. It
What a
happened so
retard.
quickly. And
Well, listen, let's not make too much. Let's not laugh. He sustained a head injury.
Did he?
And it had to be like, he had to be, oh, look at it. Oh, no.
Look at that.
What did I just do? Yeah, like, where'd that kid go? I was chasing a kid.
Yeah, that kid was
Did you see
threatening
a
me.
4-year-old? Yeah.
Are you something?
Where is this?
I think it's Boston.
Oh, Boston. Yeah.
Police officer sustained a head injury after a mishap at the playground on
mishap.
Congress Street downtown. Boston EMS treated the officer. Officer down! Officer down! Woo! Woo! How many streets do you think they blocked off for that emergency?
Who knows?
Hey guys, I'm gonna bounce. It's like the audio. The Wi-Fi is really bad down here. So
Hey, good seeing you.
Have
yeah,
fun,
it's good
man.
seeing you I'll see you guys next week. Enjoy. See you.
See you, man.
See you, Nicky P. Baz. See you guys.
Later.
It sounded like he was about to order some napalm to be dropped on Vietnam.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
So
Nick-
where did that come from?
I have no idea.
So I recently went back and I'm just gonna throw this out here because we need to do a sequel. We need to do a new episode of what is it, Punk Rock Libertarians Theater or whatever the hell it was.
Oh, dude, hell yeah! You got something?
I don't know. We'll come up with something. It was
Captain
I went
Planet.
I went back and watched that shit and it was so fucking funny. So ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I need to go back and watch that. What do we watched that like
It
that anti-weed like propaganda film?
Yeah, it's Cartoon All Stars is the name of the show.
Yeah.
I've
Oh,
been
we
trying
could
to
go back and do like a classic like what's the anti-weed one from back in the day?
Reefer Madness.
Yeah, Reefer Madness. Could do that. Could do like
I just posted
Captain Planet
another
or
really
something.
funny video if you want to hit it. I think this is on the Pfizer topic.
Illuminati bot. Always a classic.
What the hell is going on with that face?
Crank it up.
Crank it up. Cranked.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer. Good Morning America is brought to you by Pfizer. CBS Health Watch sponsored by Pfizer. Anderson Cooper 360. Brought to you by Pfizer. ABC News Nightline. Brought to you by Pfizer. Making a difference. Brought to you by Pfizer. CNN Tonight.
Jesus.
Brought to you by Pfizer. Early Start. Brought to you by Pfizer. Friday night on Aaron Burnett Out Front. Brought to you by Pfizer. This Week with George Stephanopoulos is brought to you by Pfizer.
Today's countdown to the royal wedding is brought to you by Pfizer.
And now with CBS Sports Up, brought to you by Pfizer.
Meet the Press data download brought to you by Pfizer.
This portion of CBS This Morning sponsored by Pfizer.
On how to find the hidden sugars in the American family diet. Sponsored by
Bro, what the fuck?
I have no idea.
that guy on the right's just like going. He keeps going.
Pfizer.
This portion of
This is real. This is real shit.
Wow. Well, we don't know what's causing it.
You're not allowed to. That's for some reason. Excess deaths raging around the world. I mean, some countries are 10, 12, 16%
James, it's global warming.
above expected death rate. I
Yes,
mean, it's like
all
ridiculous.
global warming.
It's this insane. Or I mean, I guess I don't know how Trump's doing it, but fuck that guy.
Trump.
I don't know. Like, I mean, it's pretty shocking, right? Like, the excess deaths pandemic that's going on right now. Like, nobody's talking about it, really. I mean,
Well, I mean, they're trying
It's
to scare you into taking the shot still. Like they've already said that this next flu season is going to be murderous.
Oh, I got
still
a text
I think they
message
still
from
like,
Rite
oh,
Aid.
you're over 7 months, you should get it. They're still pushing that shit on people.
That's
Yeah, I got like a direct text from Rite Aid that asked me to come in for my flu shot. Which I don't think I've ever had the flu shot.
It's not worth it. Their own stats will tell you it's not worth it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Shannon has to get it for her nursing stuff, but yeah, I've never gotten it. Never. I think I might have had the flu like once or twice. I know I had something weird lately. It wasn't COVID. It wasn't the flu, apparently.
pretty sure I had the measles like last year.
Oh, shit, dude.
Really?
The measles? Are
Yeah,
you not vaxxed against the measles?
Oh, I am.
And you still got them?
Yeah. That's what we think. All of the symptoms, that's what it led to. It was the shittiest week I've had in a long time, but
What was that? What happens with the measles? You get hives and shit?
basically my entire body hived from my head down to my fucking toes and shit.
You sure you didn't have chicken pox?
I mean, I've been just vaccinated
Or
against those too,
smallpox?
but I've also had chicken pox too, just for the record.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I wasn't going to a doctor about it or nothing. I ain't got money like that. You kidding me? Just let the virus play its course, bro. We'll go away.
Hey, do you guys know a basketball player named Royce White?
No.
He wrote on the side of his head, "Investigate Maui" during a Big 3 game. It says "Investigate Maui" on magic marker on the side of his head.
Interesting.
And we're
Well, I
sure
mean,
that
there
we're
is
supposed to travel.
Well, there's a lot. I mean, outside of like the highly conspiratorial big lasers in space shit, there's like a bunch of weird shit going on with like they're not allowing like aid in. Apparently people have been trying to bring like gasoline into some of the parts of the island, and the government's stopping them from doing that.
I saw one accusation
I don't know, it's
that
weird.
it was, this is a ploy to get the local, poor people out so the rich people can build more hotels and whatnot.
I'm sure it works. They hate those natives there.
I mean, it's a plausible theory. I don't know.
I mean, it also burned down a shitload of their hotels and stuff. I mean, it's billions of dollars in damage. Seems like a risky proposition to do that, but I don't know. Maybe they're thinking real long term. Maybe they're thinking like 100 years out. Like,
not if you're the other guy. You needed to get rid of that other dude's hotel so you could put your new one in.
I mean, is it climate change? I mean, what are we talking about?
I mean, it could just be a hurricane. Like hurricanes happen. I mean, that's what happened. It was a hurricane combination with like other weather patterns, dryness, shit like. I mean, it's possible. It was nature.
It gets windy on an island.
Yeah, so the city that was most affected was a city or a town called Lahaina, and that's actually where we stayed on our honeymoon, me and my wife. And it's like a super beautiful, like the most gorgeous place I've probably ever been. Had a really cool this place called Front Street, which had like restaurants and like all sorts of local shit, like all sorts of like wildlife and stuff. A lot of that's been damaged and lost. It's really sad. I mean, I hope it wasn't anything done purposefully, because it'd be a super huge shame. I mean, it's a super huge shame anyways, but that would make it worse.
So the directed energy weapon, I'm not down with that conspiracy. I just feel like if you want to start a fire, like you can do it with like a small jug of gasoline, right? You really don't need a giant flying chemical laser that costs like millions of dollars per minute to operate, right?
Right.
All you need is like really some gas and a match. Like you could probably just, when the conditions are right, just like hurl road flares out of the back of a Cessna. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like to start huge forest fires.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, I don't see the necessity of the beam if that's your goal.
I mean, it's kind of a cool idea to think that you have this like laser weapon that can like start fires, but
yeah.
Well, where do I buy my laser weapon? That's what I want to know, James.
You got to build your own. It's a do it yourself.
Build it.
It's a do it yourself kind of weapon.
Just want to buy it.
Yeah, Oprah actually lives on that island. She's up in the mountains, though. I don't think she was affected.
Is she dead?
She's not dead.
Failed.
Nah. But of course, there's conspiracies that she had something to do with it, so she could buy like cheaper property and shit. Which, who knows? Maybe she's that crazy.
We know how these people value human life, so I don't put anything past any of them. I mean,
yeah,
I don't make accusations without some kind of evidence, but especially with people like Oprah and her connection with sexual predators and shit, like
it's possible. All right. Well, we're at an hour 4 minutes, so we gave everybody a little extra taste. But if you all want more of that taste, that sweet taste, you got to join our Patreon, which you can do by going to patreon.com/punkrockliberatorians and sign up for a minimum of $3. You'll get access to our after hours episode, which we do right after this. We do it for about 30 minutes to an hour. It's good stuff. If you sign up for our Fed level, the Fed level's still out there, $1,000 a month. You get access to a bit more. We'll talk about that later. Aside from that, we've got t-shirts over at libertariancountry.com. Those are, we have a coupon code PRL. You'll save 10%. If you get, I think if you get like $50 worth, you enter code PRL50, you'll save an additional 10% on top of that. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it. All right. Until next time, live free. Who's helping?
Or die.